Boom, boom. This is Ken Murray. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit more Soul Land loaded up today. So we got a whole mess of stuff going on here. So if you look on the actual desktop screen, you won't see anything of consequence. Everything's pretty much standard. There's no what we like to call main screen events going on. But if you go into your time limited events, just look at this. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know if they accidentally got their event times mixed up or if they intentionally did this, but there's a lot going on here. So let's try to unpack what we got. So basically we have the Soul Beast event. Okay, so that's the first event that's going on in here. So it's basically allowed to get shards for Ice Grass, Gold Lion, Jade Phoenix, Jennifer. I'm not too on. This one's okay because you should be able to create her now. I was able to actually create her, so we do actually have her out and up and running now. So right here she is. It's got Ice Grass right here. You'll be able to create Autumn Dew from this event because you'll be able to get the 20 shards inside of the chest, and you'll be able to create her. So I created her today. Okay, she's really actually pretty good. Okay, if you know, if you just read up a little bit, she's definitely could be useful on just about any type of magic damage character, and she's SS plus. So keep that in mind as well too. If you're looking to start leveling her up about shards for her. I was also able to get some shards for Mermaid Princess. I was able to take her up to 2 stars right now. So I'm slowly working her in. Right now I use Jen and I use the Jade Phoenix. That'll probably switch right now, and I'll probably start once you start to get up 2 and 3 stars. These SS pluses, especially at 208, can really come on and give some competition for the SSs. So I'll probably start rolling her in to the phase, and it'll be Jen, and it'll be Mermaid Princess. We still haven't got any triple S's yet, so we'll have to see. But your SS pluses and SSs are going to be what you're going to mainly use for a while. They're not giving us a lot of shards. Even if they did give us a triple S beast, it would be quite some time before we actually had enough shards to put on it where we could make it useful. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I mean, these are all works in progress. This is not like, just once you've created the character, that doesn't mean it's ready to use, considering we've got characters that are just one level below it that we've got maxed out completely. And don't be afraid to use those SSs until you get your SS pluses up where they can compete. Not a big deal. All right, so we got Soul Beast Invasion. That'll get you a chance to get some more shards for me, just for her. These 3 are already maxed out. So it'll give me a chance to get some of the shards for her. As you can see, I've already started knocking it out. Stamina, normal mode. Remember to always do this because this gives you a chance to get shards for, as I said, this is 1 below max. So you should probably be putting this on BB Dong. Okay, because the other ones are generally in the first base chest. So you can get shards from that. This is the 2nd level chest. Then the 3rd level chest has Wu and Tag Sand, of course. So, but you should definitely do that on a daily basis. Now they threw in this right here. So we've got all the login freebies. This event, should be coming to an end pretty soon. So make sure we're able to get a bunch of Devil Spider Core here. Well, not 9, but a bunch of wings. Okay, so this one's going to be going away. Now there's a login for this too as well. For some reason, they threw all 3 of these up at once. Okay, this is still 3 days, but I've already claimed all of these. They let me claim them all. I mean, I clicked, and I clicked on the first day, and I'm like, well, the 2nd day says I can claim that as well, as did it. So I clicked on them, and it said, yeah. So it let me claim them. So if you're just logging on for 1 day and you're not going to be able to log any other days, you might be able to get all 3 of them. So whatever, I was going to log out 3 days anyway. So they got a bunch of sales up. Weekly gift bags. They got Jen here. The first one is the rebate. Of course, you always want to purchase this one because it's free. Plus, you get the 15, and it also gives you a chance to get a bunch of shards for her as well. But these other ones, Jin, like I say, definitely something. You know, if you haven't maxed him out yet, and this one right here, a chance to get a bunch of these, which you can use these for, uh, you know, for you could use them to actually uh, level up. It's called absorbing. On your previous ones, you use the S's to absorb into your extended bones. So it's, you know, you might as well go for it. Okay, so that's what we got, and that's the weekly gift bag. Now the next event, another event, is actually Awakening. So they've got an Awakening event up, a chance to get some of your deep sea silver. Always want to go on that. Uh, if you purchase a bunch of the actual packs, you can actually get these actual crystals, which can be used in the shop. Spirit Soul, this is where you get a chance to get the shards for the Autumn Dew to create the Autumn Dew. You can't create her in this event. So extended bone packs, time limited pop up, okay. Consecutive chargers they've had, time limited pop up, time limited sale. This is where you'll be able to get your hands on some stuff that you might want to use. Anyone liked it because it could be used on any one of my actual weapons. So definitely something that you want to look at. Purchase. You can also get another 15 of the spider core, and then they've got the extended bone. You want to look at this as well too, because you know Ice Cat. So you can see there's a bunch of stuff in here. I've only just went through it, so I'm going to be going through it again and clearing out some of the rest of the stuff. Awakening Exchange. If you do purchase some of this stuff, you get energy crystals. Awakening Chest. If you go all the way to the end of the 30, I like the fact that they've changed this. It just used to be the tickets. Now they give you a choice. Not too happy about this particular choice, but you know, but they can give you 30 of the deep sea sunken silver. This is the items that's used for Awakening. So they now give you an option if you got a bunch of tickets, as I have a bunch of tickets. I don't really need any more tickets at this particular time. I'm saving all my tickets to max out Hugh. I will be awakening her, and I will be drawing in on all of these, getting as much of the sunken silver as I can, because as I said, I'm going to max her out. I currently have 24. You need roughly about 80, so this will be going a long way to getting that. And then you definitely want to purchase on the hidden weapon chest, because you get these for the inscriptions. And then extended bone chest. This is the one you have to buy. And then of course Super Monday. Make sure you do claim that. So as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff going on in Time Limited, but I've never seen that many. Usually they have a desk, you know, a home screen event, and then they have an event inside of Time Limited, or maybe 2 home screen events and something inside of Time Limited. But it looks like they've just thrown it all inside of Time Limited at this particular point. So you'll be spending a lot of time inside of there. Go through everything. You know, I went through it briefly today. I'm going to go through it again. I'll through it again tomorrow, and I'll look and peck on each of them, try to figure out what I want to buy. I've got a ton of diamonds, so I'm not going to hesitate. I'm hoping that they'll come up with the sale, a sale event, you know, that they used to have. I haven't seen one in quite a while, where you can just buy a bunch of stuff at discounted prices. So I've been sort of kind of hope they throw that in. But I've been purchasing everything that I wanted to purchase. I haven't not purchased anything that I didn't need. So, and still I have 55 left, which is why I'm hoping they'll come up with an event, because that would be a good way to get me knock out 30 or 40,000 of these gems. I'll get some stuff that I need, because they have so many choices inside of there. You're bound to find something that you can use. As for that, I'm up to 8551. That's just making the Autumn Dew, leveling up the Mermaid Princess. Just added some BP. Okay, I got a little bit of BP on the Dew, on the souls as well. You know, you should be making as many sets of these as you can. Each time you make a set, you get a pretty good hunk of BP. So as you can see, I've got I've got a lot of sets completed. Okay. And some of these, I've got, like this one, I got some of these sets up really high, and some of them are maxed out the sets. And you get a bunch of BP from that. So keep that in mind as you're going through it. Now, if you're not familiar with the actual listing, I'll scroll it over here. So we're in the midst right now of Lugao. Okay. We'll have 2 more events for him. We'll have another Liu Gao event sometime next week. Okay. Then 2 weeks after that, we'll have the Erming event, which will be the event where they introduce the new tank, Erming, and you'll be able to get the final shards for Liu Gao. Okay. Now, after Erming, they'll be coming out with a Triple S version of Zhu. Okay. Now, she's sort of, kind of like she's pretty much, Zhu's always been a PvP beast. I assume this is going to be a PvP beast. But if you're not at 25 billion or trillion, there's really no use. You can't really complete. I just try to keep it in the top 50, the top 30 if at all possible, which is usually where I'm good at. But never going to get in the top 10 because of the whales. So that will be a character that they will go for. We're going to skip her. And this is right here is what we're going for. I've talked to several people, and they've all confirmed that she's a beast. She's taking down SP characters, okay, which is currently the final level. So this is the character we're going to be building on. This is what I'm saving for. I've got the mats, got the shards, saving up to get the awakening up. And, she's going to be replacing Clear Sky. So I'll be putting the Soul Boat set that's on Clear Sky. I'll be pulling that off of him, placing it on her. So she should be probably probably within a couple of weeks after I've gotten her, she'll probably overtake Evil Eye as the #1 character on the team. It's probably going to be that's what's going to be required for her to take down these SP characters, as everybody says she does. But it's like we said, it's like I've said before. The last of the SS Plus were Sea God Tang San, Softboat, and Wu. Both of these were considered overpowered. Okay? So it's not surprising that Zhu and Hu are going to be considered overpowered as well, too. That's just the way it rolls out. Okay? The characters that come out, it seems like the last 1 or 2 characters in that group is, before they go to the next level, is a little bit overpowered. And the reason, of course, they do that is because they know it's going to be some time before you get enough shards to actually utilize an SP character. I mean, you can get him, but his divine skills are going to be really low. So in the process of building up shards and what you need for those SPs, you can be using your SSs. If they had to have came out with SP characters, and if they had stopped right here, I probably would have started working on Wu and brought her up after I finished with Tang San, but since they've introduced an entirely new level of characters, I just decided to not focus on Wu and just wait until the last couple of characters in the Triple S's came out, and I expected them to be over. I'm just going to be the same with the SP. My assumption is the final 2 characters in the SP will probably be Tang San will be one of them, most likely, because I'll be the most powerful character in the game. Not sure who they'll have to match in terms of that. It's difficult to say. We'll just have to wait and see who comes out, because they're introducing characters, try to keep it in with the anime, but then at the same time giving you base characters which are strong. Like Hugh's a base character. She came out as an A+. She was super OP at that time. One-shot S characters without a problem. Had her in my group before I had to build up a bunch of S. I actually built up. I got Chen because I was using him, the one-armed bandit. And Hugh was my other attacker. They were the 2 strongest attackers of my team for quite some time. And then we started to get the SSs and, things changed. We got the new Past Life Tang San, and whatnot. So, she faded out, but she was still super OP for an A+ character that you do actually get. So, it's not surprising that her Triple S version would be overpowered either. It's just the damage that she does, and she just does a lot of it fast, is what it amounts to. So that's who we're going to be focusing on. So it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit of ways. It's something that's going to happen. it'll be a month or two before we get to her. But once we do get to her, we'll be making sure to get her completed and get her back into the fad. In terms of free VIP, still got quite a few days to go. We got to get to the 500-day mark, so we're still 38 days away from that. So we'll keep going on that. That'll allow us to start purchasing this item, which is 20. This is for inscription. Okay, this is what I'm really looking for. I really want to get to 13 because this is where it starts making a difference. This is 12,000 of the sour. I can really start throwing crystals at my Martial Souls. I'm doing it right now. I take them up to 30, then 50, and things like that. I don't touch the purple or the blue ones at this time. I just don't have enough soul crystals to do that. What happens is when you start to get up to like 30 and 40, they're taking like 4,000 and 5,000 each shot. So that stuff goes away really fast. So I'm waiting until I can start getting a decent stockpile of it, and then I'm going to start throwing it at all of the oranges and reds, and then I'll start throwing it into possibly some of the purples if I have. It all depends on how much. But this resets on every Monday, so I'll be able to get every Monday. I'll be guaranteed to get 12,000. So that's what I'm looking at it. None of the rest of these are really that interesting. I mean, it's nice. 10 sharp. That's not 160. That'll allow you to go through the Treant a little bit faster. That's it's only 10. I mean, this is 10 dupe stones. That's okay. This is not bad, but it's only one of them. So, but that's one level up on an immortal herb. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all either. But so, and then we get they ended up with chests for the immortal herbs and stuff. So this is really the one I want. Okay, so I should be able to get to it because if you look at the free VIP, they plan on giving you 14, and that's where it ends. So if you log in 800 days, you should have been given enough free VIP to be to level 14. That's where it stops. If you want to go any higher, 15, 16, 17, you're going to have to actually make purchases. But for right now, a free VIP is what you're looking for. So I'm halfway to 14, so I just make sure I log in every day. I do log in twice. If I have a chance, I'll log in the morning, clear everything out, then I'll log in the evening. Make sure you do woo twice a day, dailies. Okay, make sure that you hit the shop twice a day from woo because that's where you're going to get a lot of the shards at. I've really stopped focusing on spending a lot of diamonds on just buying the S shards. I still do, but I just try to keep that currency related, which still allows me to get a massive amount. I mean, I have enough to 5 woo or 5 who, which comes out easy, and I'll have left over. Okay, just not combined in chests, because if you look at the chests, I actually don't have too many chests. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have about 8 tied up in chests, but I've got literally 4,000 shards of Chen S stored on him, so I don't have to worry at all about having enough shards to do that. I'll have some left over most likely, but not enough to do another character, which is why I was not focusing on Erming. I did the math. I was going to come up about 5,000 to 6,000 short, so that's not good. It would take me quite a while to do that, so there's no way I'm going to be able to max out Erming. I will be getting him though, as I'll get all of the characters, and after I have finished doing Hugh, I might roll back and start doing on him. Of course, by then we're going to start getting SP characters, and so yeah, it's one of those roulette wheels. I mean, if you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on the game, you can probably keep up with all these characters and max most of them out. We're not doing that from this perspective. So, yeah, we have to take things a little bit slower than normal. But we are where we are. So we'll have, by that time, we'll get Hugh, power her up. We should be able to do, probably be getting into cracking into 10 by that time. I mean, I'm still pulling down, on the average, 200 to 300 million on some days. and over guaranteed to get 400, usually 500 over a full week. There's nothing, still, they all of the materials you need to level up stuff is still in the game. So it's not like, you don't get that much from a character. Just creating a character, summoning a character doesn't give you that much BP. You actually have to utilize the character and level them up. And even once you've leveled them up, you don't get a whole lot of BP. It's when you start sticking the soul bones and stuff on a character that's of a higher base stats, that's when you start seeing large jumps in BP. So, I mean, by the time I'm done with you, I'll probably well over 10 trillion at that particular time. So we'll just have to wait and see. But, it's a work in progress. But there's a lot of stuff under the time limited events. So definitely get in there and look at knock that out. And go through each one. Buy what you need. There's a bunch of stuff in there. And don't forget to do your awakening chests. But that's a 3-day event, so that just started, so you got plenty of time on that one. Okay? So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time we drop a video. This is Kenrir, still in the corner, coming at you, signing out.